Hello children, good morning, good evening. This video, Shares and Dividend Introduction Answers Solutions, is specially made for you. That is for the students of class 10 of ICSE board, and also for the parents, the teachers and the others who are interested in solving maths questions. It contains test papers on this topic, that is shares and dividend, and answers to each question with solutions. You may like to revise before taking the test. Hence, to help you, a brief introduction to the topic is also given. Let us begin. Shares and dividend introduction. To start a company or business, one requires capital money. To raise the capital, he invites people to invest in his company or business. Initially, people from his family, friends, or interested outsiders join and invest money. Money invested is converted into shares or parts according to the value. The value of each share is decided by this group or members. Value of each share as decided by the members is called nominal value or face value. It is denoted in short as NV. Let us explain with example. Let us assume 4 people A, B, C and D invested rupees 10,000, rupees 20,000, rupees 24,000 and rupees 30,000 respectively. The nominal value or face value of each share is rupees 80 per share. Then A will have rupees 10,000 divided by 80 equals to 125 shares. B will have rupees 20,000 divided by 80 equals to 250 shares. C will have rupees 24,000 divided by 80 equals to 300 shares. And D will have rupees 30,000 divided by 80 equals to 375 shares. When the company starts earning or making profit, company invites public to invest via share market or stock market to expand his company. A selling price or market price of each share is decided by the company. Money invested by a person or an investor is converted into number of shares according to the market value. For example, if somebody invested rupees 35,000 on some company's share whose market value is rupees 70 per share, then the number of shares equal to money invested divided by market value. That is, number of shares equal to rupees 35,000 divided by 70, which is equal to 500 shares. The company pays interest to the people who invested on his company. This interest is called dividend or earnings. Rate of dividend is decided or declared by the company. Dividend or earning is calculated as shown below. Dividend equals to number of shares into nominal value into rate divided by 100. Now, I will explain the meaning of some of the terms or keywords used in this topic. First, share market. It is the market where companies' shares are sold. It is also called stock market or stock exchange. Our country, India, has two share markets or stock exchanges. Number one, NSE, National Stock Exchange, and number two, BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange. Investment. Total amount invested by a person on a company's share. Nominal value. Initial value of each share. The nominal value of a share is fixed. It doesn't change. Market value. The market price of the shares of a company. The market price or market value of a share keep varying. The market price MV may be equal to nominal value NV, or market value MV may be greater than nominal value or less than nominal value, that is NV. At par. When the market price is equal to the nominal value, it is called at par or at par value. Above par or premium. When market value is greater than the nominal value, then it is said shares are sold at premium. Below par or discount. When market value is less than nominal value. Dividend. Interest obtained annually on the money invested. It is also called earning. It is calculated as dividend equals to number of shares into nominal value into rate of dividend divided by 100. Sale proceed. The total amount of money received from selling of shares. Children, now get ready for the test. There are 10 questions and you have got 1 hour 15 minutes. Total marks is 30. Question number 1. Find the market value of 12% rupees 25 shares of a company which pays dividend of rupees 1875 on an investment of rupees 20,000. 3 marks. Now question number 2. A man holds 800 shares of rupees 100 each of a company paying 15% dividend. Number 1, calculate annual dividend. Number 2, if he had bought these shares at 40% premium, what percentage does he get on his investment? 3 marks. Question number 3. A man invested rupees 10,560 in a company's shares, paying 9% dividend at a time when its rupees 100 shares can be bought at premium of rupees 32. Find number 1, the number of shares bought by the man. Number 2, his annual income. 3, the rate of return of his investment. Question number 4. By investing rupees 10,000 in the shares of a company, a man gets an income of rupees 800 when the rate of dividend being 10% and the face value of each share is rupees 100. Find the market value of each share. Again, this also has 3 marks. Question number 5. A man sells 60 rupees 15 shares of a company paying 12% dividend at rupees 21 each. He invests his proceeds in rupees 6 shares of another company at rupees 9 each. Find the change in his income if the second company pays 8% dividend. 3 marks. Question number 6. A man has a choice to invest in 100 rupees shares of 2 companies A and B. Shares of company A are available at a premium of 20% and pays 8% dividend, whereas companies B's shares are available at discount of 10% and pays rupees 7% dividend. If the man invests equally in both the company and the sum of returns from them is rupees 936, that is 936. Find how much he invests in each company. This also carries 3 marks. Question number 7. A man invests rupees 1,680 in buying shares of nominal value rupees 25 and selling at 12% premium. If the rate of dividend is 16% per annum, find number 1, the number of shares, number 2, his annual income. This question carries 3 marks. Question number 8. Sandeep invested rupees 9,600 on rupees 100 shares at rupees 20 premium, paying 8% dividend. He sold the shares when the price rose to rupees 160 and invested the proceeds in rupees 10%, rupees 50 shares at rupees 40. Find number 1, original number of shares, number 2, his sale proceeds, number 3, number of shares, and 4, change in 2 dividends. This question carries 4 marks. Question number 9. Which is better investment? 12% rupee 100 shares at rupees 120 or 8% rupee 100 shares at rupee 90. This question carries 2 marks. The last question, question number 10. A dividend of 9% declared on rupee 100 shares selling at a certain price. If the rate of return is 7.5%, calculate number 1, the market value, number 2, the amount to be invested to obtain an annual dividend of rupees 630. This carries 3 marks. And all the best. Now solutions and answer to the questions. Solution to question number 1. It's given nominal value of the share is rupees 25. Rate of dividend is 12%. Total dividend rupees 1,875. And investment is rupees 20,000. We have been asked to find out the market value. Let the market value be X. The number of shares will be investment divided by market value, that is 20,000 by X. Now using the formula for dividend, dividend is equal to number of shares into nominal value into rate by 100. That is 1875 equals to 20,000 by X, which is the number of shares, into 25, which is the nominal value, into 12, which is the rate of dividend, divided by 100. That is 1875 equals to 20,000 into 25 into 12 divided by X into 100. On solving, we get X equals to 32. That is market value is rupees 32. Now, solution to question number 2. It's given number of shares 800, nominal value 100, rate of dividend is 15%. We have to find out number 1, the annual dividend, and number 2, rate of return. Now first part, using formula dividend equals to number of shares into nominal value into rate by 100, we get dividend equals to 800 into 100 into 15 by 100, that is rupees 12,000. So the answer, annual dividend rupees 12,000. Now solution to part 2. The new market value is given 40% premium, that is 40% above the nominal value. Nominal value is 100, so the market value will be rupees 140. Now investment is equal to market value into number of shares, that is 140 into 800. 140 is the market value, 800 is the number of shares. So investment becomes rupees 112,000. Rate percent is total dividend divided by investment into 100. That is 12,000 divided by 112,000 into 100. We get 10.71 approximately. Answer to question number 3 is given. Investment is 10,560. The rate of dividend 9%. Nominal value rupees 100. And market value is rupees 32 premium. That is 32 more than nominal value, which is, that is market value is rupees 132. We have to find out number 1, the number of shares, number 2, his annual income, and number 3, the rate of return. The first part, number of shares, is equal to investment divided by market value, which is equal to 10,560 divided by 132 equals to 60. So therefore, the first answer, that is number of shares, is equal to 80. The second part, annual income, that is dividend, equals to number of shares into nominal value into rate divided by 100. That is 80 into 100 into 9 whole divided by 100. We get rupees 720. That is, his annual income is rupees 720. Third part, the rate of return. We find rate of return in percentage. So rate of return in percentage equals to annual income divided by investment into 100, which is equal to rupees 720, his annual income, into 100 for percentage, divided by 10,560, his investment. On simplifying, we get 6.82%. So therefore, his rate of return is 6.82% approximately. Now, answer to question number 4 is given that man's investment is 10,000, his income or dividend is 800, the rate of dividend is 10%, nominal value is 100, we have to find out the market value. Let us assume the market value is rupees X per share. So the number of shares will be investment divided by market value, that is 10,000 divided by X. We find out income, that is dividend, equals to number of shares into nominal value into rate divided by 100. We equating both sides, income that is 800 equals to number of shares which is 10,000 divided by X into nominal value which is 100 into rate which is 10 whole divided by 100. On solving, we get market value X is equal to 125. So therefore the answer is the market value is rupees 125 per share. It's given a man has 60 shares of nominal value rupees 15 and rate of dividend 12%. He sells the share at rupees 21 and invests his sales proceed on another share whose market value is rupees 9, nominal value is rupees 6 and rate of dividend 8%. We have to find out the change in his income. The change in his income is equal to his dividend, that is income from his first share, minus his income, that is dividend from the second share. His income from the first share is equal to number of shares into market value into rate divided by 100, which is equal to 60, which is number of shares, into 15, which is nominal value, into 12, the rate of dividend, divided by 100, it comes to rupees 108. That is, his income from the first share is rupees 108. Now his sale proceed is number of shares into market value. 60 into 21, because 21 is the market value and 60 number of shares. So therefore his sale proceed is equal to 60 into 21, that is rupees 1260. Now he invests this into a new share. So the number of new share is equal to his sale proceed, that is investment upon market value, which is equal to 1260 divided by 9, as 9 is the market value, which is equal to 140. So he gets 140 new share. And new income will be equals to number of shares, nominal value into rate of dividend divided by 100, which is equal to 140, the number of shares, into 6, the nominal value, into 8, which is the dividend, divided by 100. It gives rupees 67.20. So his change in income is equal to rupees 108, which was his earlier income, minus 67.20, it is his new income, which is equal to rupees 40.80. Hence, the answer is the change in his income is rupees 40.80. Solution to question 6. It is given that a man invests equal amount on shares of two companies, Company A and Company B. Company A, the nominal value of the share is rupees 100, market value is rupees 120, rate of dividend is 8%. Company B, nominal value of the share is rupees 100. Market value is at discount of 10%, which is equal to 10% less in nominal value, that is 100, which is equal to rupees 90. That is, market value is rupees 90 and the rate of dividend is 7%. It's also given his total income from the two companies' share is 936. So first we find out his dividend or return from the company 1 and then his return or dividend from company 2. For this, let us assume that he has invested rupees X in each of the company A and B. So his dividend or return from company A is equal to number of shares into nominal value into rate divided by 100, which is equal to X upon 120, X upon 120, which is the number of shares, into 100, which is the nominal value, into 8, which is the dividend, divided by 100. That is X upon 120 into 100 into 8 divided by 100. We get X upon 15. Now for company B, the number of shares is equal to investment divided by market value, which is equal to X upon 90, as X is the investment and 90 is the market value. His return or dividend from company B is equal to number of shares into nominal value into rate divided by 100, which is equals to X upon 90 into 100 into 7 by 100, which is equal to 7x by 90. Now it's given that the total return or total dividend is equal to 936. That is, X upon 15 plus 7x upon 90 is equal to 936. X upon 15 is his dividend from the company 1, 7x upon 90 is his dividend from company 2. So therefore 936 is equal to X upon 15 plus 7x upon 90. On solving, we get X is equal to rupees 6,480. That is, he has invested 6,480 in company A as well as in company B. So answer is rupees 6,480. Answer to question number 7. It's given investment equals to rupees 1,620. The nominal value rupees 25. The market value is at 12% premium. That is, it is 12% more than the nominal value, which is equal to rupees 28. That is, the market value is rupees 28. We have to find out the number of shares. The number of shares is equal to investment divided by market value. That is 1,620 divided by 28. We get 65. So we got the answer, first answer, number of shares 65. Second part, we have to find his annual dividend or annual income. The annual dividend or annual income is equal to number of shares into nominal value into rate divided by 100, which is equal to 65 into 25 into 16 divided by 100. We get rupees 260. So his annual income is 260. So we got the second part answer. The annual income is rupees 260. Solution to question number 8 is given that Sandeep has invested rupees 9,600 in buying the shares of a company whose nominal value is rupees 100 and market value is at 20% premium. That is, the market value is 20% above of nominal value, which becomes rupees 120. The rate of dividend is given 8%. We have to find out the number of shares he has bought. The number of shares is equal to investment divided by market value, which is equal to 9,600 divided by 120, which becomes 80. So therefore, answer to first part is the number of shares which has bought is 80 shares. Then second part, we have to find out his sale proceed when he sells the shares at rupees 160. Sale proceed is equal to number of shares into market value. That is 80 into 160, which is 12,800. So the answer to the second part, his sale proceed is rupees 12,800. Now third part, he invested his sale proceed, that is 12,800, in buying shares of another company whose market value is 40. So we have to find out the number of new share. So the number of new share is equal to investment divided by market value of the new share, which is equal to 12,800 divided by 40, which becomes 320. That is, the answer to the third part is the number of new shares is 320. Then in fourth part, we have been asked to find out the change in dividend when he buys the shares of the company whose nominal value is 50 and the rate of dividend is 10. So therefore, the new dividend is number of shares which has bought, which is 320, nominal value is 50 and the rate of dividend is 10. So therefore, the new dividend is 320 multiplied by 50 multiplied by 10 divided by 100. We get rupees 1,600. So change in dividend will be equal to his dividend from the share, that is rupees 1,600, and dividend obtained from the another share, that is 640. So therefore, change in dividend is 1,600, which is his new dividend, minus rupees 640, which is his earlier dividend. So therefore, the difference is 1,600 minus 640, which is equal to 960. So therefore, the change in dividend is 960. Now, solution to question number 9 is given that a man invested equal amount in two companies A and B. Company A gives a dividend of 12%, whose market value is 120, and nominal value is 100. Whereas company B gives the dividend at 8%, market value of the share is 90 and nominal value is rupees 100 per share. So we have to find out which is better, investing on company A or company B. So first we will find out the dividend obtained from both the companies A and B. So dividend or income from company A is number of shares of company A into nominal value into rate divided by 100. Now since he has invested rupees X on each of the company, this we have to assume. So therefore the number of shares of first company will be X upon 120 and the number of shares of the second company will be X upon 90. So the dividend from the first company is X upon 120, the number of shares, into 100, the nominal value, and 12, which is the rate of dividend, divided by 100, which is equal to X upon 10. Then for the second company, the number of shares is X upon 90. 90 is the market value. Into rupees 100, which is the nominal value, into 8, which is the rate of dividend, divided by 100. On solving, we get 8x upon 90. Now the dividend obtained from the company A is x upon 10 and dividend obtained from second company is 8x upon 90. On comparing, we find that x upon 10 is greater than 8x upon 90. This shows that share 1, that is shares of company A, is better than investing in shares of company B. Solution to question number 10. In question number 10 is given the rate of dividend is 9% and the rate of return is 7.5%, which means the rate of return, that is rate of income or the rate of dividend, is 7.5%, which again means his dividend or his income is equal to 7.5% of money invested. Since money invested is not given, let us assume money invested is rupees X. So dividend or his income is equal to 7.5% of X, which is equal to 7.5 divided by 100 into X, which is equal to 75 upon 1000 X. That is, his total dividend or total income is equal to 75 upon 1000 X. Let us take this as equation 1. Since we have to find out the market value, which is not given, so let us assume the market value of the share is rupees Y per share. We will find the dividend by using the formula dividend or total return is equal to number of shares into nominal value into rate by 100. The number of shares is money invested, which is X, upon market value, which is Y, into the nominal value, which is 100, and the rate, that is 9. So therefore, the total dividend is equal to X upon Y into 100 into 9 by 100, which comes to 9x by Y. That is, total dividend is equal to 9x by Y. Let us take this as equation 2. Now comparing equation 1 and 2, 9x by y is equal to 75x upon 1000 is equal to total dividend or total income. By solving the equation 9x by y is equal to 75x by 1000, we get y, that is market value, is equal to 120. So the answer to the first part is market value is 120 per share. Now in second part, we have to find out that how much money he should invest to obtain a dividend of rupees 630. So here dividend, since given rupees 630, so using formula dividend is equal to number of shares into nominal value into rate of dividend upon 100. Since number of shares are not given, so let us assume here the number of shares, that is new share, is equal to x. By equating or substituting the relevant values, 630, the dividend, is equal to number of shares, which is x, nominal value, which is 100, into the rate, that is 9 upon 100. We get 9x is equal to 630 and x, that is number of shares, is 70. Now we have to find out the money invested. Money invested is equal to number of shares into market value, that is 70 into 120, which is equal to rupees 8,400. So answer to the second part, money invested, is rupees 8,400. This we can do by another method also. We can directly assume that money invested is rupees x and market value we have found out in 1 is rupees 120. So the number of shares will be investment divided by market value is equal to x upon 120. Using formula dividend equals to number of shares into nominal value into rate by 100. That is 630, which is the dividend, equals to number of shares, that is x upon 120, into nominal value, which is 100 is given, into rate, which is 9 given, 9 upon 100. We get 9x by 120. Equating 630 is equal to 9x by 120, we get x is equal to 8,400. So the money invested is rupees 8,400. So this is the end of the solutions of all the questions. Hope you will find it useful. Thank you for watching.